are back on your television and of course on your radio. Adom TV, Nnawotwe and Kasempa 94.7 FM. Nnawotwe Jumedi, Yeguswa, Yade Brewo, Midin the Chief Jerry Fortin, Yade Freddy Kaino, Yade Akugu, Abeja 4 Trans, Yeguswa, Yeshwe, Anthony Nupenu, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC, Yeshwe and Nimkwine, say Obabe Kayan. But already here, Kamal Dean, Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. What's Nasi? Come out.
CJ.
Boko there.
Boko. Let me say, the 8th, 19th of December.
Yes.
Nyankopon Adoma. From now to Christmas, it's about 6 days. And my main fa Akunyawe, and we show a very great experience during the Yuletide. Now, we share what we do my so. I think most of the work is done behind the scenes.
Yes.
The producer, the programs manager, the cameras,
my directors,
all the directors,
MCR,
from the beginning of the year to where we are today, no Adom. No wonder your name is Adom TV. And I want to pray that every single media house in this country, Nyankopon and Koso and Momon strive in the positive direction. As enshrined in our constitution by Article 162, no? The media's freedom is guaranteed. And clearly, you guys have shown, say, indeed, your freedom is used and used well. Especially multimedia. Of course, Otumfo Asante Hene, or say to tune a canasem, or say, a year, or what he said. I mean, no matter what, Obedu baby, no, Obibeka said, Obebu Nichi. But of course, by and large, the media has done a great job. More assisted ama your democracy no is growing. More assisted ama indeed amanone internationally. People have seen the input and the work done by the fourth estate of the realm. You will be chastised, you will be criticized, you will be insulted, but stand your grounds.
For instance, quite worrying.
Strongly.
Quite worrying after elections. The opposition is seriously on our neck because from where we sit and from the figures we had, we made a projection because and I wish Anthony was here. It's quite worrying. Say mo yejuma party we mo yejuma say now say we yejuma party.
Obekaya 2012. Yakoto aba. Nana Adom Akufo-Addo anti-manya, NPP. Within the first 2 days of declaration here, there were reports said journalists were attacked at our party office. Journalists were insulted. This had happened and whatever. Because the media no matter what,
but for how long?
And I'm saying,
can we continue to suffer
bringing it? Let me just make this point. Having made that point about 2012, bringing it fast forward to 2020, still in the quest to ensure that our democracy is strong.
Yes.
The year election. And then a journalist sits here this morning to give an experience, a very bad one, our electoral commission, because a party has lost election. Some are beaten, some are maimed, media personnel. But you see, be it NPP or NDC, Mestre. You may love your party so much, but remember, Ghana is what gave birth to your party. Monkai who said, Ghana and give birth to the party. Because the constitution of Ghana and they guarantee say you form political parties, multi-party democracy.
Yes.
And we all have formed it. Yes. Ghana has given birth to it. Now, anything that are obey eba say Ghana. I think you are not doing a great service to Mother Ghana. NDC, I feel it's not proper. You see, I liken it to Obia Akukwa Yatran a minute, said the baby fufu. Oh, they all try a minute, we are all the papa say ya, and son of Bedi. Sana Indisaka, what the heck? Don't we in a Gosiaga? 3 days, no be a din Hey, Ghana, we love peace, but let us uphold it.
But we shouldn't take certain things for granted.
No, that's what I said. Let us uphold it. Peace indeed, is something we all love to see. However, there are processes to ensure that if we are aggrieved, when what's it me? I bet my abwa, amma kind kono eba. Court, ewo hono. 2012 you lose here court fefe. Oman penny the nado. Okay. Or say I disagree with the figures churned out by the Electoral Commission. Now, our penny lawyers up to be bearing no more court and challenge. For the first time under the 4th Republican Constitution, we had a Supreme Court petition tabled before the Supreme Court by the NPP. Now, I do honor. Look at the span. It took 8 months. 8 good months. Judges, Juma. And let me tell you, do you know why NDC and NPP got caught? A Juma, a woman, no. A Juma ketwa. A Juma, a court, no konim. Now collating all the 38,000 pink sheets, arranging them.
They said they are working on it. They are working on the pink sheets.
I don't know because of figures up to date figure.
Okay. Answer me. Call
figure now. On catch or say me say or say me name pink sheet. Mo say masa enye kasa go to the court and then make your case. But I'm telling you, the experience we went through in 2012, the kind of work that went into it. And now Japan beat no, yeah, already pink sheets, way number way, serial number way. I say, look, it is work. But I'm saying that if they dare say that why don't you go to court? As simple as XYZ.
But answer, we are waiting for Anthony Oba. We'll get into the conversation proper. Oh,
they say what share red and now black and baby demonstration.
Anthony Nupe, but the NPP. Do you admit, Ujitum? Sir, the NDC gave you a very good run for your money in the just ended elections.
I mean, sure, only question way. CJ, election way. I'm a man who said we shouldn't take any election for granted again. Now, me catch MP before you now, from national executive to polling station executives. Say, yantina se an strategize it. Yantina se an hwese ne be ya party no e be stronger without a doubt. In Africa, Ghana is NPP is one of the biggest political parties in Africa. I'm not talking Ghana. Take ANC, which was well organized. After ANC, arguably NPP follows. That is what I want to say, and really? I'm very sure of it. I am very sure because we have a tradition we have built on. The Dankwa Dombo Buzia tradition is a tradition we have built on from in the 50s. In fact, from the UGCC days even. Now we have not departed from our norm and our tradition. Anti-party well organized. However, this 2020 election, it appears normal to Chimakakra. Let's admit. As a young call is paid. Now yet Honum says business as usual. I see 2020 to be bleak. I mean 2024 to be bleak.
Come out. What went wrong? MNT from 2016. About 63 seats, government majority in parliament.
Yeah.
They say I pray 1 seat home just so MPP can gain majority.
A seeming disconnection from the people.
What went wrong?
Seeming disconnection. Why know why it started? Primaries, Look at the number of MPs who lost even their primaries in the first place.
41 MPP incumbent
primaries
MPs.
Na make answer.
Yeah, okay.
And we are. Look at the number of seats we have lost in the general election.
In the primaries, 41.
41 plus another
plus 33.
That tells
that
you
is 74.
So it tells you that there is a disconnect between who is supposed to be the leader in the constituency and his people. And there is also a disconnect between executives and maybe that particular leader. And there could also be a disconnect between national executive and maybe that, because you see, it trickles down. Instill discipline. Let it get to the bottom. Whether or not we have instilled the discipline is one thing. And I'm saying that we need to sit on round table, look at the postmortem very well, or do the postmortem very well, figure out what we can do. But I can tell you, first of all, we need to instill ultimate discipline in this party. That's one. Secondly,
let's take it one by one.
Yeah.
Discipline, instilling discipline in the party.
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean?
When I'm saying we instill discipline, with recourse to our structures, it must be done and done well and not with nyachom. If you are a leader at the constituency level, know very well that you are a party leader chosen as a candidate. You and your executives, there must be sanity. You must come together. That chairman in the constituency, the organizer, the secretary, the woman organizer, the communication officer, and all those executives, whoever you can mention at the constituency level, must have a synergy to work with.
So who said during the primaries?
But if the synergy is lacking,
we have a problem. During the primaries, in a constituency, chairman no supported one candidate. First vice chairman supported another candidate. Second vice chairman also supported another candidate. In the constituency executives, after the primaries, building those bridges.
And that is the point I've made. My point is that I went for primaries. I went to Nantong, contested my MP. People impressed upon me not to contest.
Why?
I'm coming. Okay, that's their belief. Yes. So there are those who say contesting. There are those who say no. People even wrote petitions say I should be disqualified. Samuel, who was the vetting man, who vetted us, said, look, some of these things, they are unmeritorious to me. I think the party people are party people. Go on and let's see how it goes. With his judgment as the chairman of the vetting committee. And of course, we all went through. My MP won the primaries. Meanwhile, I sat down as a blue party person and said, let's get back. Together. I publicly on that same day considered and I called on everyone who supported me. Support the MP.
Okay.
And immediately people listened to me. I came back to Accra, mobilized little resources that I have, went back down and called the MP. I said, MP, I've come. This is my little support. Let's move on the ground. For the first time, because of this gesture, maybe, as one of the factors, we have won presidential in Nantong since 1992.
How many of these
And for the first time, we have won the seat again with a margin of over 3,000. That tells you that asemna okan no se owaha na simesi waha na we waha ye there is one party. Come together. Meanwhile, yen yakasemu dagomba kasemu ya say nipa wonkwa on di ade. That's how we say. Uwankwa udi ade. And it's a who nimsa na say who call election mo na why you want you say me the chinchin na say me win and na me nipa me support no o win one win and ma me say party no then that's why we have a problem. My point here is that Ochinebi no ebia na wu nipa na wu ka open no no so aba na o so mempe na wo say party no kwa na wo. And I think that is why we must instill discipline. We must love the party truly and move on. Secondly, the money syndrome. The money syndrome is mind-boggling. For say yakoya primaries, then someone says, maybe my delegate be 5,000.
Maybe be a flash screen.
Maybe more be a say
fridge.
Absolutely, we are all culpable. I'm also one. We are all culpable. It is wrong. Obima your friend is saying flash screen. No biti baby akoma emu I say I disqualified say wa emu. Sorry. Oh, so I think we need to ensure that the right thing is done. Otherwise, we are going to have problems. The money syndrome must be nipped in the bud. You cannot go for leadership without money. I agree.
Will it be that easy?
But I'm saying that is why we need constant orientation of our people. Constant orientation of our people. Look, the last time I was talking to Chairman McMenu some time ago, prior to the primaries, and the Chairman McMenu can say, about 75%. Oh no, the Oyero said, "Pa, happy birthday to him. Today is his birthday."
Oh, okay.
May good
Lord
bless him.
Happy birthday to you, Chairman Peter McMahon.
Very happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to you.
For giving us power twice as a campaign manager. In fact, Nyankopon Shirano. I was talking to him. Was he come out? 75% of polling station executives are not elected. 75%.
75%.
They are not elected. Yet you see how Chrome had the way they win a pen, then the 5 number. On one election, one now so
yes.
You didn't go for election. And I'm saying that this time it must be competitive. If you want to make the party well, every single polling station, the constitution says there must be election, let there be election. Pick your form, go through election, campaign, get popular votes, and become a polling station executives. Then we agree with one man, and then we will move. Answer the party. Where are you in your pair? 2024, we will laugh at the wrong side of our mouths. So we need to ensure that the right thing is that CJ, this party needs discipline. Honorable Kennedy Japan Kasa, my brother, he is hitting the nail right. And this is a time. Some of us will say it. My brother, I don't know. So we do bibia. No we di so we know. And then
Major drink on protecting certain members of parliament.
Yeah.
Meaning, say, moving forward into 2024. Yampa Sadoni engagement, especially in the NPP.
Yeah.
See, MP way, I say protecting no, MP way, say protecting no, more beyond contesting no, encore unopposed.
Yeah.
Come out.
You see, and it all boils down to the electorates on the ground. Look at Central Region. We have 23 constituencies. The president won in 20 constituencies. President Nnawotwe, presidential. Out of the 23, well, we need 20 constituencies in the Central Region. However, we had 19 seats in 2016 in the Central Region. Today we have 10 seats. Sorry, we have 12 seats, as you say. We have 12 seats. We have lost 10. Yeah. We have 12 seats. So it tells you that the president and his policies and have been agreed upon. However, the ground management has not been done well. So, okay, say young impose will be a man your primaries. Nay, impose on pa. The voter is there to make a choice. Oh no, how? On country, you see, politician bag you your friend Trimosum. Ana, Nipan Tuntumuno, aha, Nipan Trimosum, on you. A drew wa, Kokromoti power, Munamosie. I don't TV headquarters.
Election
no,
headquarters.
They are all of you, Wakwada. Who are the secret ballot? So I am saying the management on the ground is a problem. Into your regional chairman, your constituency chairman, and other executives, I beg you in the name of Almighty Allah, it is the party we love and we must come back on track. NDC because they were in opposition. And they felt they were.
When
I'm saying and we're like, oh, yeah.
But on the ground,
no, that is a problem. And they knew very well that, because you see, if you watch NDC no move your policies. Free SHS, I will say more no. I feel almost Mukwana want to buy. So Ghanaians were discerning. And they knew that Uncle Forward, the presidential man, won't be Ghana. And I know what was a done deal. However, down the candidates and candidates, house to house, the way I'm more any the way your candidate is accepted, had to play. That is how come parliamentary we lost many. Because for Nnawotwe to get 517,000 difference between here, huge. It means there is confidence reposed in him and his government. However, the individuals down there, with their executives on the ground, the management was poor. And I want to say that from my general secretary running down there, I believe that we can still instill the discipline. They've done a great job, without a doubt. However, we still have room for improvement. Yeah, what do you Samani syndrome you need a cry a boy. Ube ya kurana masa. You say Ube chad ya Muslimi for. Don't let the left hand even see say right hand no ama bibi. Say left hand na odi mansua. Remember right hand who say oh the left hand no ade bibi ama. You can lie low and work on this. Good to give money out to do whatever to support people, but however, that with that flamboyance, with the show. Many sikani, made them more dollars, made them Mercedes. Me what say? Yes, say party, no. I'm not saying I didn't do it. I did it. I also gave money.
What do you have to say, Massacre?
No, I'm saying that all of us
moving forward.
It is wrong, but it is. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It is wrong, CJ. However, wrong, no. Normal, if you don't dance with the tune, it means that politics you will not be in the center of it. But saying together. Of course, empower people. Go down. Find a way of empowering the people. Do not come out lavishly to do that. And ostentatiously to do that. At the end of the day, but yini sana now nipa na no onye delegate no. We are person to abama no. Obe show. Because the delegate one man 22,000. Nipa na ono oti ho register as a registered voter was kwasi honum no. Sebi. Nipa no ono onya 100 cities. Onya 10 city kura. We are was say why you can ono to ambaba no. Ono so be fa na adwen enti mo ya mo fansie ye this time ye fansie
come on me da say ma menko zoom no so na fei ya mencha de mensaka ura Franklin Kujo or president Imani Africa me no entwetwe enkomo ura Kujo say wote menka ma memma wakwa aba no metime ka say ne di kan a in the Parliament of Ghana yenya government majority a slim pa any. The last time was in 2008. Around that time, now NPP were 107 seats, NDC were 116 seats, and now others nunya 7. It's now government majority a 9. Now this time around, the two major political parties pray just one seat to home, so one can have a government majority. Did you see this coming, Urakuju? Hello, Urakuju Otemenka. Okay, you better also yansakana na yene no atwetwe sa enkomo no. Come out.
It is harmony syndrome no second factor. And I tell you I know a commitment to party. How committed are we to our party? You're committed. Many of the young people are here but up no. You were interest mum, which interest is largely driven by cash. But ask yourself, the people who are the founders of this party, the likes of Reverend Asante Ntwi, the likes of Stephen Kreku, the likes of Nnawotwe, the likes of Hackman Owusu-Agyeman, the likes of Darocha, all our big men who started the 1992 processor to get NPP in place, you know, did they put money forward? I remember in 1992 there was this story. There's a story. Nnawotwe, the party was looking for money to do a congress. Ya pe congress is Nnawotwe the amount omunya kakra. Nnawotwe alone had to bring a chunk portion of what he had to support the Congress. Commitment. President Kufuor has shown that commitment. Is it money? He's still living in the house he's built for so many years ago. Our old man is still living there. A young man comes and all I want is that I want to live well. If we don't change that mindset and then strategize and learn and read, learn from them, my brother, we cannot bring discipline into this party.
One issue are voters and our constituents. Only omokasa omokapa. Yeto abama kamao. Yeto abama anwi na feel friend na onfa. Oba constituency we rolling the glass in our kosoro. Na fe we no abetwam ko yenhu no bibi de na woto nsa frɛ no kra omba. Okotena nkran na fe wote womma kra. Eji se bia abato oba bedru so ansa na yehu no. These are serious concerns on the ground.
When you asked me about the parliamentary election earlier on, I told you there was a disconnect between the leader and the people.
Yes.
And now I can. Disconnection now between the leader and the people. And now I can. Nipa na onwa empower. Se betina hanenya V8. Betina air condition mu. Ono ofrewa ebi anansem kitwa bi o se wonfa. I know MPs who go back to their constituencies and they tell their security, say, I am telling you, there are MPs who do that. And the security, they are the same people who are going to punish you. I am not saying that make yourself open too much, but I'm saying find a way of communicating to them. Look, Turkish president, Erdogan, you vote to we no say, Muna modima ba na juma no eso meaning say obia pese o me kasa now so I cannot have access to my phone 24/7 because the work you have given me. He explained to the people. And I say ejuma no do so say mekata say obia fra me na memfa e be den
the whole dynamic na phone so
exactly. So, you see oh yes no then na a man for now who say this man is a reasonable man. Now so I will make sure policies will come to inure to your benefit. And you'll be able to frame one yamia, men fan say a bonnet. Men fan say a negligence. When you preempt people like that, when you do that, they see you as a leader. What you say?
Me too.
And I'm saying that coming back to Ghana, our members of parliament, there are people who go home. Now we're doing fear, security because of call or not on the cast, you know with you. There are people on what platform so na say omu can say platform so you omu complain about him obe ha no the picture bi aba no the na picture no so no na pan no da ha na carpet ha na jollof bi no the picture one obe post o wo ka kire say mu ye de nyina me de mididi oh na oyi na na provoke am they do that oyan to abantiel then of course kasade arrogance will not take us anywhere. Humility is the hallmark. My brother, oko na say amawa don't get angry Nyankopon na amawo menya hwe no it is because there's no commitment to the party mabodjuma 2016 obi abodjuma bia menya appointment Nyankopon na ema bibia e de na wo Nyankopon NDP that's the call is my question nti say wo ka say wo dey me come out dey me man appointment me punish no obua God has not na me go show me that because I am content with my 1 cedi that's my insurance. So I will commit myself to my party without my 1 cedi. In the office, I will 1,000 na wo be mama no. One farm mama. Nyankopon ma wo oxygen na wo home no ono oji uska.
Come on, yan share the composition of the NPP party national executives.
Yeah.
Any adwuma wo maye, menti ade NPP abedu sese abebe amadu yi. Megidi say moving forward
22 or something.
22.
Either 22.
Another election.
Maybe. Yeah, possibly.
Would you want a total overhaul of the national executives?
No, it's not a question I can give a straight answer. But once again, the power lies within the hands of the people on the ground. The party wants to share say we have a Congress to go, we have delegates or electoral college who are coming to elect.
Yes.
I believe that these are people who are very discerning and reasonable. Based on all this possibility and the direction that we want to go is, or they want to go, is what we are all going to follow. Of course, nipa beye bi wa me nyina. I cannot say national executives no anye juma. And I cannot also say omo aye juma 100%. Omo aye de omo fa. Omo aye de omo tima aye.
Oh mama max. 100% omo I'm saying.
I won't give max. I'm only saying that let us be sure that
no, but so we know say juma omo boy no.
No. I am just but Kamal Dean an individual. That's why I told you that there's an electoral college to decide. Electoral college no be decide no. And the max on benya. But the work that they have done on my omofa, and I say him say at least nipa they untimi 100%. You may have your lapses, and you move on. And it's not just, you see, let us not just squarely add the subono and add the question way ekobona share executive. No, let us also look at regional executives, constituency executives running down, and it's okay. Maybe a John Body, a general secretary, or not in crime. Maybe the AC was Senate West and a Senate East.
Okay.
And then you only honor. So you cannot just blame him so much sometimes.
Franklin Aba Akumanu to be over. Just meet me no atwetwem koma. Franklin Akwaba. Na mi bisa wo share aside 2008 na government margin no ye be 9 seats in parliament. Na o de to say am a say 1 seat da aka the two major political parties so one can have a government majority, sorry. Did you see this coming, Franklin? Franklin, no temenka. Well, I'm saying Franklin, you didn't be your phone sumum. Sans Zoom no and connect papa into your friend phone so na fi no and to chase am no na on so emfa na dwenche emfa emra.
I'm sure you get
come out. The electoral college of the NPP.
Yeah.
Already people are calling for expansion. To cover more people. When is for
the last time prior to your call your Congress no. Amended your constitution for the second time.
Yes.
Mekai say the first constitution was amended in 2009 in trade fair. The second one no amendment I buy 2017 thereabout. Where we did in Kumasi before we went to was it 20 yeah, just 2017 or thereabout or 20 I don't get the date right. But however, what is material is that amended constitution twice. And to say as we speak no, your constitution no have two major amendments. Again, party no e wo mra e da ho. What bisa question say electoral college expanded and reduce and say yes whatever we do no.
Yes.
It all subject to what constitution SCA. Right now no, the constitution SCA say I define those say electoral college for us. Either with internal elections, with internal election, whether with primaries or with a party executive or whatever, I define it in our way. Now the Americans say there are people who are advocating for this. Say, but yes, idea, and they say some constitution in view. And I don't know, unless I don't know how quickly we are going to re-amend the constitution again and to give way for some of these expansions that will come. I remember first, no, agitations in Ebaye and expanded polling station executives. to include police
yes.
to elect flag bearers. Well, even with that, we have some special electoral college. If in case number no a chain, number 5 people are, we still have to prune them down with a special electoral college before police station executives ayi flag bearer. It has gone through amendments.
Okay.
So this is
to free electoral college, So Franklin, what do you mean? Hello, Franklin. Orakujo. Okay. Ahomano still and Tutu. Franklin.
There are those who say, yeah, constituency level no. Now obia antoaba any primaries, any MP, candidates. There is also another school of thought, which I belong to that school of thought. Yes, Anna, you're careful. Because here we will have infiltrators.
You mean expanding the
expanding it to include every card bearing member. You have to be careful. NDC tried it and failed. NDC tried say Obia work constituency where card bearing member we are on to aba. Emma ni amasana mo alebe soon sa or say MP before the to abatiano. So and the crew I don't even know. But see we should also be careful because it comes with ramifications. Say who expand there. Bia obi bia could do party card. So no NDC ni onye NPP ni. What you say? Now so oba to aba you candidate amount because we are saying a weak candidate. So we should all work this well. This call for expansion to cure the money syndrome, no. That is why they are calling for it. Because omo knows one, obetuma to be asika 5,000, 10,000. But imagine everybody in the constituency is going to vote. I'm not sure you can give everybody 5,000 to vote for you.
No.
What you say?
No.
So I'm sure that is the major reason why they are calling for this expansion.
Okay.
But we should be careful as a party because they are here. Let's say infiltrators into it, especially baby a stronghold. You find say no part no. But thank God, let me thumbs up to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. For the northern part. First, there were 31 seats in the northern region. 31 seats, before the breakdown to northeast and then Savannah and then northern region.
Yes.
31 seats in Akabuma. Out of 31 seats, for the first time, the NPP has won the northern region with 16 seats, NDC having 15 seats. I'm telling you, there were 16 seats, and NDC there were 15. Northern Ghana, and to be baby no second.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Why? The man rallied us, pulled us. He got the North working, got us to move. Nobody should sit on the fence. And we worked assiduously. And of course,
but for instance,
you know why? The Rebecca said, oh, no, Antiman provided. Now, the president so equally, let's praise him.
In the Ashanti region, Mo decided to 47 seats.
Yes.
But the NDC ended up adding one more seat to seat our Ashanti region, making 4 seats now.
Of course, expectation yantima meeting. Expectation na 47 yantima meeting. And no crown we have been affected in a way. Say one crown lose free mobile. What you say? We traditionally him say train on and air. But it doesn't matter. Let me cano. Ni nyina mpenyin fo be sia kwanya. On betina say. Ahwesa no me nyina. Without a doubt, Chairman to me has worked. Executive and Ashanti region have done work. Some time one way we do.
Come on, say. But we just need to. Ora kujo
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Me that's it. Pa. I'm saying initially na ahomano yente wonka but thanks for joining us. We share 2016 63 seats government majority our parliament and the current picture as we speak did you see this coming? Orakuju?
Oh, without a doubt, it was coming. Osha, there were so many factors. Primarily, the way Party Nankasa handle MPs, about 40 something or so MPs now, they decapitated from Parliament, and it showed a lot of discontent within the party, and people were not happy, especially when they were not given any good reasons. Democracy is about contest of ideas. Ocean see what a formana we crana and no crapo say it was the highest form of disillusionment with a political party that shouldn't have lost this election at all. I mean, I I think they brought it upon themselves, really. Ocean President Okoye or Fomenano. It was disgraceful. I mean, to say, you will not work with somebody who has just decided that, look, I'll contest the elections because I think I am winnable. Tells you that the party's infrastructure in terms of predicting what is likely to happen, even in their strongholds, was shambolic. It tells you that they didn't work with data and science because it could have been apparent, say, election. You could have weighed the options. Some of the people that were imposed on the electorate only won because they had deeper pockets. I mean, some of them are my friends, but I know they won only because they had money. And unfortunately, that's another aspect of our elections that we need to talk about, the fact of the money issue. One issue was that the party brought it upon itself. Executive exuberance and disrespect was what actually started. That was the first blood that was drawn. Then the electorates were watching because they said, and there's some skirt and blouse. You understand? I think these things were writings on the wall, really. I mean, I wouldn't put it past to suggest that the NPP government didn't do anything. I think they did quite creditably well. You know, we rated their manifesto performance almost 57%. And I think they did quite well in some regard. But to go into a battle and then start scoring own goals from the start actually gave an indication to people that you do not care about how they think and how they feel, which is one of the reasons I'm very disappointed in the Fomena MP. I think he's mistaken that the people took him there to Parliament because he was supposed to immediately go and join the ranks of the NPP. I think he's miscalculated. Even though it's a strong seat for the NPP, I think it was the highest form of disrespect to his own people. At least he should show, at least wait for a year or so to show that, look, your value actually matters. You just don't decide that all of a sudden you just join the party that disowned you effectively. I mean, I think it is one of the lowest form of decisions that he's made, and I hope it doesn't come to haunt him. But Oshasoa, he's being realpolitik. Madam for at the studio, Tell to say me ciao. Come on.
Franklin,
Me, Madam for pa.
Come on, I am very busy. Pa, me who's a person different.
Franklin, see my day.
Who to me was the wrong person for you people to have in Ashanti region.
Oh, okay. Orakujo, Chairman to me was the wrong person for the NPP to have had in the Ashanti region.
A very, very wrong person. You see, I like Untumi, he's my friend. But I think he overcarried himself in the run up to the elections. The things he said about Professor Jenana Opoku Ajima was wrong. You see, the things he kept doing on his station were wrong. Me like this, he even said all sorts of things against me. But me, I don't mind. I can't for me. I see my mama, my sister 9,000, and I mean, you probably say, I don't know why you're 70,000. But you see, for me, I don't care. I can let it pass. I don't mind at all. But Osha, the electorate didn't like that. It was the only reason why the NDC must have won an additional seat. Under normal circumstances, he should be writing his handing over notes right now. Yeah, he should.
I see.
So there's a combination of factors that it was brigandry, sheer bravado, and disrespect for their own people.
All right. Orakujo, I mean, now looking at the current figures, 137 for the NPP, 137 for the NDC. How would you describe the next parliament? Orakujo.
Brony says it's a hanged parliament. And we civil society people are salivating because it's not that we are happy about the hanged parliament, but some of us are salivating because we want to work with both sides properly, by the way. The reason why we are salivating at this opportunity is that, look, ever since this 1992 constitution came to pass, Osha, it gives the executive too much powers. Obronibi can be said, in times past, the only thing Parliament cannot do is to make change a man into a woman. this type of parliament we have is exactly the type of parliament that we didn't want to have. It could have made man into woman long ago. In fact, it's been doing it for several times. It is a siano, acquire chempe. Oh, and I think it is very good for our democracy for the simple reason that, see, we put too much pressure on the president. He appointed Nyama Nkofobe break. Kamadi, and yes, I am very vocal, President Nanka. He may be appointed somehow by the president, but probably will not even know him. There are over 6,000 persons the president appoints, actually 8,000 now. And he doesn't even know a third of them. But still, I don't think he should know everybody, but at least the powers that the presidency have, and not just this president, by the way, like I said, since 1992, no, it's too much. Inti according to say, winner takes all, no, who we need not wafaninina, and also breeding all kinds of enmity within our elections, our democracy. Inti this time, if you are a member of parliament, if you're a minister, you have to be in parliament to defend your decision. There will be a very good opportunity to discuss the Ghanaian in parliament. Well, those days where bills will be passed by a handful number of people at the frightening speed of light. No? But of course, I also have to urge caution, say, yeah, kind of sano, some say, hey, Bruni bin the can as them say, Nipa, you were born into corruption and you will die in corruption, which means that it is possible that while we are happy, maybe the NDC and Co will start doing deals on our blind side, and they'll be voting on things that.
Orakujo, the issues, I mean, appointment of the Speaker of Parliament and then the various committee in Parliament, chairpersons, are we going to see co-chairpersons looking at the figures now? Anna, oh
no,
I would think that there must be proper negotiations. I think that Parliament has enough persons who can do proper deal making. I mean, I don't think that these co-chairing things will be useful.
No,
I think there could be some deals that could be struck. Even the speaker, I don't think it is just a side that selects the speaker that necessarily means they would have won. I'm sure there may be people within NPP who may not like maybe a particular person being suggested for speaker or something. I don't think so. But I think the leadership in parliament must change, especially on the side of what seems to be the majority in parliament right now. Madam for Chairman Sabunsu, I'm saying that he should take a back seat because he allowed these unfortunate incidents to happen. Okay, so I said the first blood that was drawn was on the party itself.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have allowed the presidency to impose people on his generals. On our battle, you know your people in parliament. You don't go into battle and allow your someone who gives you just ammunition to decapitate your generals. And I think it was wrong. So this parliament would need some levels of proper, agile conversations, debates, and probably younger persons who can match the likes of the Harunas and the Kujetos and the Jinapos from the other side. Because I think the NDC, for like it or not, has been given some sort of moral authority, and they've been given some sort of support, which means that they are going to be much more vociferous in their advocacy than ever before. So I think that the other side needs very, very, very measured brains and very, very good deal makers. That would be useful.
Okay.
I always think I have some. I would rather not put them out.
Okay. Orakujo, Brendan, take me. Do see how? But you made a Facebook post on the Fomena MP to the fact that, or may say, a golden opportunity to become a kingmaker.
Yes.
and I don't know when another person chairperson. Orakujo.
The another person mentioned say he should have etched his name in gold. Okay, just given the sheer nature by way of how he was treated. No, I think that he should have waited for a little while, maybe one or two major decisions in Parliament. Then he'll be the casting ballot in terms of the decision maker. Then you would have sold his his bid to probably the NPP back, and then they would have given him some very respectable position. At this juncture, I don't know what he's been promised, but I think it's too early. And even though I promised to be his personal assistant.
Really?
Oh yes, I promised to do
but,
that.
But Franklin, he's a party man, you know. He's a member of the NPP. What do you expect?
Anthony Maker said he's also being probably realistic in an African political environment. But I think that he had an opportunity because, like it or not, he went there on his strength. You understand? So what it means is that he should have exercised a bit of restraint and then show them some small level kakra. I saw Chen Hu kakra.
Okay. Franklin, I'm not friends here. Thank you so much for your time, Franklin. Could you President Imani Africa?
Oh, good to see you, Frank.
Yeah,
good to see you too.
23 minutes or 24 minutes after 9, Mamin Chab Husima, Meba, Anthony Nupenu, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC. I bet join here. Lafi, the competition I can atwaso. Yabazisia. Right, yama kwa baby Adom TV so ne wote enka sempa 94.7 FM na wotwe dwumadie yeguso a yede ebrewo don hwere mienu na yede se wo yede dwumadie yede somowo memenda bia na yede ka twetwe nkomo ni bia fine na owura Anthony Nupenu me aminua or Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the NDC obeka yensa Tony wako
body Adom
o kama body number pa nza
Sidani Nyamidi. Your diabolic laughs.
And then when your demonstration. And then when your demonstration.
Grounds to say.
Grounds here.
Yeah.
For what again? Grounds for what?
Biaboko.
And the CJ grounds not shedana.
No.
Grounds me.
They say our grounds.
For what? For election?
No, not
election
for election.
It's gone.
For a political party. Political party be our grounds. And I'm Tony
for demonstration.
Yeah. Okay. So after election, clearly, I wish we had time, but when it started, if he after election,
I don't need even 10 minutes to say or rebuttal or whatever he said. So let's proceed.
The position of the NDC seeking for a forensic independent audit into the election. Then pan and person.
Sijemeda sinamidi nchiama hwefo na etiefo nyina ka say we're unfortunate me timi abedu antem say call number at the right time and so that akabai say me wo me constituency organizer for Counterclaims or danini kra or danini nihwe ban before elections and then the crown I should have been there by now but because of the way I call the buyer I have to just attend to people before I go there. Because I said that in Yamidi, Pempenso di Ghana bedu in any so. Election course, BCN, there are some results out there. We have disagreed with the results. As I said, they identified Nyama Dudona Eko to compute the coalition and a train electoral commission course. Omo asem, he hurriedly went and declared a result that is full of inaccuracies. As of today, I don't know which result you have. Now, whatever result you have, no, I just want to draw attention. Never compute the percentages. Never say they do 100%. That should be telling you, media people say, you should be able to tell the electoral commission say your work is incomplete. That's all. Yanji result at 2. We have stated our position.
Drew and Drew. I think you should get to clarity because there are 2 words.
The first one was above 100%.
Second one.
The second one is not up to 100%.
So which one is speaking to the Andrew 100%?
Go and ask Tony. I'm now coming to the pin sheet.
Okay.
So don't hang me.
All right.
I am putting to you, say, go at Jimenez and say, which result did he gazette? The one that is less than 100% or the one that is 100%. So that Omekachi said, Nejuma no is complete. 2, we are caught into making sure say declaration sheets from the over 38,000 polling stations, Sabeka, Emma, computations after the first computation. Aside that, it is not just about the numbers that have been declared after polls, because the poll is what we call statement of polls and a static poll from morning. Until to be able to arrive at the fair conclusion, say whatever you sortie, you county after the polls reflects what started the polls. You need to do an audit of the sheet from A to Z, so that every figure that was indicated on the face of the pin sheet are tally with the final figure before a collation to give a constituency verdict of whoever won parliamentary and who won that constituency as an original computation into national. And that is the work we are doing. And yesterday said, if the electoral commission for say Waye Jumapa and he has declared a result and he disagree with us, they should go into a forensic audit on their own pin sheet to ascertain one form to stand at the polling centers as presiding officers and returning officers. So that they will know whether they've done a diligent work for the people of Ghana, pay taxpayer money, and I say,
no, just a short clarity on this one. Or see, they are calling on the Electoral Commission to go on forensic audit by themselves, or now they are calling an independent person to do it.
But they've already made that point. The former president,
Obimba,
an independent forensic.
Okay.
But
no, they can't see any.
Why me Jimensa my ejuma? Me di me result atuja. You see results per from polling station 1 to polling station 38,000. Ejuma no be brain so any. You can't go and audit yourself.
But you
can contract somebody to audit it and give you say one who found a year presiding officers figures on the money whether they really did what they are supposed to do as a matter of statement of post on the and some starting post declaration on the money. This is where we are.
But Tony, Juma various party agents a year. Are you satisfied?
I can't say I'm 100% satisfied. I can say I'll be somewhere 65-70% satisfied with party agents from the various regions and constituencies and polling stations.
Okay.
In as much as we have Abaso say omutimi enya kukudro to make themselves available to get the needed training to stand there on the election day. Some were really intimidated in the environment that they went. It was not a friendly environment, but ebi mu nya kokoro gina ma di sae e mo mutimi nya pin sheet ma e ebi mu di omo ntimi angina okra ma ewi ampo ambo. So it tells you say it depends on the environment to which who appear and whatever you were able to gather and get as the pin sheet. And these are the situations that we find ourselves. But whether a polling agent, the presiding officer swore before a magistrate to be able to do a diligent work. The taxpayers' money must not just go to the drain. Because if you are not qualified, I don't see why you were taken as a presiding officer and you cannot account for the Juma year. Now you just churn out any figure, and that feed into the coalition center, the returning officer at that very moment. I don't mean to me expecting to say on audit and sana wire computation at the assembly. So that is the stages of the crime. Nipa be bring committee when it comes to election processes. Anyone say young court. We don't have a problem going to court because you don't rush to court. You put your facts together and go to court.
Okay.
Maybe Sakamadin, Emromu 2012 Omu disagree. When did they file their petition? So go and check your own date before you are calling on us to file. When that date that you filed, and you filed your petition at the court on 27th, and that one you even amended it about 3 times. So you took time, did your work, and went to court with your fact. Until Juma, and the lawyers will put everything together and file a suit before the Supreme Court. Now again, who can court? Court not conduct election. One thing now say judge for. What do they know about election? Management.
Hey.
They are just there to look at writs that will be filed by people and the legal jargons that will be adduced.
Just like
and
2012.
And then determine by their discretions and their understanding of whatever.
Just like 2012.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But the election management body, the various logistics and resources to be able to put the things in the right perspective. He has the duty to go back to the table and look at what the grievances are to make sure, say, I can do it and make sure I correct my own anomalies. You don't tell me to go to court when the people sitting there are not election management body. They are just going to speak law.
So in effect, Nnawotwe can say, even before you attempt going to court, you know, electoral court, because from what you are saying, judges know elections. That's
no election management.
That's the point you are making.
Yes, I've been managed election before. The fathers of my kind huma, Esiamra, Enimra, Edimra, Erimrano. I've been managed election before.
For instance, Ghana Football Association, in your case, nobody call court. There's a court in Mbua.
It depends on the fact. Listen, the statement NDC, lawyer now or representing GFE, ebe adusinu, enu na omdi be hwemremu, e dey determine case. Enti ene court. Yen ya lawyer for, but the briefing at the technical management of the party elections. Ebe mo based on whatever the irregularities are, based on whatever the anomalies, based on what the fraud is. And no, and a mimi lawyer, ebefa, edia batamra, akoka mra or court. Se samra na okano e convince judge no, se nya okano e jina mremu pefea, judge no, ni be kwadwin krum, ema nyama koso. But not the technicality of what happened. Election petition 2012. 13. Cross-examinations from the lawyers and whether Farijan or Baumia and I say
the witnesses.
I say Dunketia. Whilst Farijan speaks technical knowledge on elections, sometimes even the lawyer and all cross-examination can get confused because on no be famrano. Emma person say Emranu say and Afarijan will also try and tell you say Emranu say sometimes on the field no you apply common sense and discretion to be able to come to the fair judgment of one but a bad adjudication by the judges are say yes Emranu say also see because of situations on the ground what apply to say but when himself we Emranu so ana. But what we must all know, say, Emrana, yes, Emrano, yen castle still an iron. At the position of application of the law, one fine answer to one, who be didn't find yamo. Na then, man, so what is the why are you jittery? You had over 50 minutes to speak. You were here ranting. But
I mean, with him, it was just internal NPP.
He had a chance to party. He had a chance to go into the issues, and he went on the
I didn't give him that chance because we were not here. Because we were not here.
Why? So for me,
Obi,
you just want to interject my thoughts.
Na afede bia o esi ga kola. O tie radio sa de bia so mpe president Kofo. Then they no more can be different crab and so nsem. O freya to mo mo say o say mon ka jefe go no mo say dey anka president o say ah me ka say na president Kofo kan. E no can we go make am.
So for me, I believe say going before the judges, you know, say utiminya both your technical facts comparable to the law, the position of the law, to be able to make sure, say, you put a clear and concise case to convince the judges to know, say, yes, the law is like this. Okay. The technical facts are like this. Let's come to a common ground to make sure, say, the person who managed the election, this is where we want you to adjudicate. Okay.
You remember the issue of the audit, also, but as we speak, more pink sheets in Tony. Okay.
I think ABA Omunyanya trying to do 5%. I don't think say we do 5%. But from the various regions and constituencies, they are working to retrieve maybe ABA Koka to make sure say we have the full complement. When it comes to Greater Accra, as at 5 days ago, on my notice about 108 out of the over 7,800. But as of yesterday, what happened was a presidential pinch sheet maybe kofra parliamentary pinch sheets.
Oh, okay.
So quickly we need to, because your friend constituencies no, almost somebody buy into your from you now by any, we all sat down, did the sorting, and we saw the Afra parliamentary pinch sheets. So we've retrieved all those things and given to the national audit team, and they are working on it. So,
okay, but let me congratulate you on Senate West at the NDC. Finally.
But it was a 1 seat long time. They, you see, their hacker or their snatcher was not even intelligent. And come training the year, say when the person we are, he would have known how to do. But if I say Oti NPP sealer, he has devalued the box
and its content.
The box. The most authentic seal is the Electoral Commission seal. And you can take off all political party seal. When the Electoral Commission seal, nobody can say that box is a tempered seal. Because that seal is the seal of Ghana. Yeah, additional to make sure say you are verified to be able to say this is the box that was at that polling station. And he that judge Nancy say Otimi a lawyer from both sides, and who said this is the positioner. This is this box is still the authentic box. Not a free polling station. So there is no need for someone to be calling for re-election of that polling center. The best is that, so far as the Electoral Commission seal our box, it has authenticated it, and it must adjudicate the content of it. Whoever wins the box and adding to the constituency tally, then it can be declared. And and I believe say that matter has settled over there. The same way we are calling for from the Electoral Commission say my collated declaration sheet also Ayama Techiman Saf and Izabzugu, give it to us so that we can file a suit to determine how you did your collation, and they are not giving us. So for me, we know very well say we have a clear majority of parliamentary members of parliament elect, but the NPP...
Clear majority? 137.
Because you have not declared Zabzugu, you have not declared Techiman Saf. What you have declared is arm twisting military kangaroo tax. I'm telling you, I have no... I am saying it without any equivocation. You didn't declare, you took the military to go and harass people, kill people, and for you to go and see somewhere and declare somebody. As at now, why is the Electoral Commission from the regional Bunu East and then the constituency, Techiman Saf, refusing to... Who's what declare? My declaration sheet there. My declaration sheet. I mean, he was lucky some of us we would have slapped him when our people were talking to him. I'm telling you. Would have slapped him.
Slap who?
Have I called you?
The Electoral Commission officer, the regional officer.
The constituency?
The constituency.
Yes. Because who see why a declaration? Party in Penifaba say, okay, my copy of the declaration. Now Tiwa catch up say, region. Why the regions who say, who found by Ntewo, you'd have received a slap. When people like that cannot be diligent to the work that they swore to.
I'm sorry for Nupenu's choice of
don't
words.
be sorry for me. I said it without any
equivocation. But I can't bear a few minutes. How do you see the next parliament, Anthony?
How about the next parliament? It's a hang parliament. It's hang one because for now there is a dispute presidentially, so both parties will take entrenched position. 2, until there's a determination to either affirm whoever the president will be, parties and stakeholders say sinkonya etimi to agree. Because we say a democracy na your woman. We nyen do why we say the national interest must supersede the partisan interest. Because say anka ewo ho a ye nuanu ebu on mind for the past 4 years. Niama hu do omo ye ayetwe omo adwina so. Omo tie yen on the minority side anka the scandals that befell this country wouldn't have come. PDS called parliament. What didn't we see? Ejapa and other deals occur. What didn't we see? But omo absolute majority no pass here. Omo come when then so be the back yakwem. Inti next year 137. Next year 137. Now an independent candidate will be a determined a denominator between the two of us.
Well, we already I know accept maybe
but say he may not be available all the time.
Yeah.
I get him. All 275 MPs ain't him in back parliament all the time. I get him.
Yes.
Ain't the way forward is dire for us. Say Nkunyasi ambem say you nyina ebeka I just say the policies of the government are echo is in the larger interest of the larger majority. Sika akonwa sika pese onya edibu man odi ba ye nyina ye gitum say nyama say here. You will see say most of the time you will not even have the budget being passed because Mashebeje ni bi wo ho ni hu fa no oda yaresa bia oba ko chichi ne fe ayaresa mpam aba to parliament say on be vote on something ebi betu kwan say be fa about 50 ministers more about 50% ministers if Mashebeje afumu they will be on foreign trips, they will be in committee somewhere. So you know how parliament in a day, you know how it is. Sometimes a back critical and a back whipping crowful, and people will be running helter scatter from places. Obi want to be do time will elapse 2-3 days or on Londoner, no into me and bar. The bill must be passed. Maybe the NDC side is in majority here. Now say I been to Atu and Kosu say Betty Asia. Do you think that bill from whichever government will have a full day? Okay. Say yeah NDC and you declare we still have the same challenge as they are also having today. So it's a very challenging parliament.
The same question to come out. Yeah. The 8th parliament, how do you see it? Who is saying?
Yo, me that say. Again, very sorry. Why now? Sometime election year.
Very sorry for. Sorry for what?
For a situation.
Which situation? Am I broken legged or have you seen any fracture on me?
Okay,
why are you telling me sorry?
No, maybe for the election.
Sorry for the loss. Say at least oko election. Now vision they say and now buta they say we win na yankiman ko ye. Let me say very sorry, maybe better luck next time. Now unim.
Sorry.
Wa apologize ama ahwefo with the words.
I had to.
They say why
I had to
because Mamisumi apologizing can.
Because the words apology.
No, it's very important.
Which words are you apologizing on?
Please let me go.
You are trying to be diabolic here. Which
not diabolic. Why? What are you doing?
That I would have slapped the EC officer for the irresponsibility he was exhibiting there.
I don't need you to repeat those words again.
Why do I apologize?
No,
slap is it Tony?
Please.
Would you born in a boy asuma? Crime band. Manga se be kunu. Misi ma born asuma. It's lawful to slap someone.
CJ. You see, sometimes there's certain mood that woman so I know. You see, now I feel for so Mr. Monfanche and a page. Monfanche. Now, sir. Almost soon in the binder. Now, we don't have time. We don't have time. I'm going. You see, first of all, what is a hang parliament? It's an animal we have borrowed from somewhere. There's parliamentary system of government, and there's presidential system of government, and there is hybrid system of government. We are running a presidential and parliamentary system of hybrid as a country. And this talk about in town, hang parliament, and I'm saying, we don't have a hang parliament in Ghana in the first place. There's nothing like a hang parliament.
Franklin Kujo say,
with respect, there is majority. Franklin Kujo gave a caveat, or say, the independent had the opportunity to stay alone,
yes.
that would have given us a hey, wait the decision very difficult. But when there's a majority. An NPP as we stand now, a majority in parliament. It's a fact. Baby, I mean, NPP and a majority in parliament because
137
now, but I'm going to explain that.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
the independent I decided to say maybe cut NPP there home. I'm an I 138.
Only when it's time to vote on issues.
No, as we start now, he's a member of parliament. He's not a member of parliament. Independent or a member of parliament. I know you're a member of parliament. The figures don't equal. But as member of parliament, the law prescribes for him to choose a side. And they will count it in addition to a side that what you choose. And he has chosen the MPP to give it majority. We are independent. The law prescribes where you are going to sit in parliament. Because we have the left side and the right side. And it is sometimes let us try to educate people who are watching and listening to us well. There's no hang parliament. There is majority and there's minority in parliament, as we said. That's what it is. Again, Formina happenings were unfortunate. But whether we like it or not, walk like a duck, okay, crawl like a duck, and quack like a duck is still a duck. Honorable Esiama is an NPP 2%. He didn't go for primaries. He decided I want to go independent. Or go primaries for party. Issues have happened. We are human beings. Disagreements. But he says, look, I am a two-party person. My followers are party people.
Okay, so in this case,
they voted.
What you say, NPP now appoint the Speaker of Parliament.
Obviously, it's majority. Majority will appoint. That's what it is. That's the law.
Okay.
Acts. Majority will appoint the Speaker of Parliament. But of course, it's subject to vote again in Parliament. You nominate, not appoint. Then parliamentarians will vote to accept him or not to accept or otherwise. It's a process. Oh, but I'm saying that you can't try hang parliament na way there. We be 2 coin, na way 2 coin, na way back permutation. Me pacho enye wache na kwa koto akodi. Are free? A complex business and serious business. Foreign trips, when I can say opposition party or go foreign trips. Various committees travel sometimes. Ask. You can belong to the minority, you are on a committee of energy, and you are traveling for something, you go in the interest of Ghana.
No,
I'm not talking to you, I'm telling you, say, permutations now, wait a minute, say, and I will say, no, may say, opposition, come
on, for
I am happy the President of the Republic of Ghana, and now the President-elect again, Eka be in his acceptance speech, and our victory speech, or say Ghanaians, what to about you say, Ghana can't connect in IPE. And any dessert in the parliament, we are all having numbers at a close. The message at Ghana for the man is say, Munye Juma and Ghana. That is the point he's making.
You don't.
No, Mipacho, I beg you. Is it? There's wisdom in what the president said.
Oh.
And I'm saying that, say, but now, no, say, where shall NPP, where shall NDC? And at the expense of Ghana, yeah, the free SHS bar. Me say NDC or manifesto. They copied free SHS and put it there. Say Come
out in me that.
Yeah, bar. Yeah, the free SHS. Some banners are say moon penea Ghana for him.
But that's it. Tony. We might find out a minute.
Easy.
Now some man a minute work again. Or quite demonstration of free her. On you
we have demonstration. We have gone beyond this kind of discussion.
What's that? Also, best slap be demonstration.
Starting here for about 30 years ago.
Come on,
you guys. You German corano mo ba no mo nyɛ.
Tina okuda working stake we nyini.
Minia. Say me nyesu.
Me nim sa.
I know be 40.
Ma me nim ho.
4 years older than you. To me. Me nim ne so. Look. Your TV has a crampo, young one, any anything. Young Cassie. On the 5th January, a guy said, will be at Adom in the crate here. Say 7th, there will be swearing in of parliament. Those things from any of the side. So, I believe, say, before I be do hono, Nkonya si nkoso. Then I dream. Say, okay, this is how we should run the government. Because we do no, and yet power sharing. But you see, the executive largely no, mo policy drive no, it will depend on parliament. Because a conversation whatever good initiative you can't drive it. International contracts be beba. So person ye we. Ever parliament. The parliament is well composed. So what do is in the best interest of Ghana. Not partisan drive come.
There'll be compromises, I know. They will agree. They'll cooperate.
And do you know the worst that will arise? Bribery.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bribery.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
people will not demand certain pounds of money before they will aside with something. Is that what we want? Let's all be careful.
The effect, you see?
Frankly,
yeah.
mentioned it. No, there are effects.
Yeah.
That one there.
So for me, I believe that as a country, from all walks of life, Parliament with the way abano. My NPP can say because of one independent or majority, you can't drive it. My NDC can say yes, we be a will crash it. Let's all come to a point. But you see, that point will come when the NPP solemnly and soberly accept say they lost Setiman Saf and they lost the Abusubu.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Are you getting me? Because that I'm twisting now because any attention was saying.
Those two
I'm telling you, because as at now, give her the declaration of that results. To be able to make a case before a judge, say
go to court.
Collation almost a year or two constituency. How do you go to court with declaration? You can only and I'm saying Baba Jama Becca or one of them who say Baba Jama say we cannot go to court on
but what is your issue?
You can say you can only file a suit in court when you have the declared result collated by the electoral commission. Now say so you
Massa.
Who they file suit? As at now, you can't go to court. It means you know also siamra. It means stepping any law faculty. The immediate chaton say NDC still disagrees with the results. We still have the potential to file a suit, which we are doing. Our protests on the streets, in the region, the districts, continuous unabated. But in accordance with the laws of Ghana and Asundwe, ever prevailing. When you call for peace, call for justice.
Nobody is preventing you from burning the fat in you.
Communication director of the NPP. Meeting the chief Jerry Fortin. Mamenda, my production team, Robert Campedu, Nana Kwame, Priscilla, solid job. Na afi yes sorry saying you be dia akayina no ye de beto house. Am I free? The price for greatness is responsibility. Accra.